Hi everyone, welcome to the From Paddock to Plate YouTube channel.
We love From Paddock to Plate!
Things are about to get inspiring. I'm about to show you how we recommend you mix and match our melting pot of resources to create, yes, I said create, the ultimate authentic and engaging lessons to meet your teaching style and students' learning needs. And I'm so excited about this YouTube series. This program isn't just your ready-to-go lesson plan and video format. I mean, it is if you want it to be. But I've spoken to so many teachers where the creativity behind each lesson is a fun part of their job. And so I don't want to take that away from you. Two options. You can use our lessons as they are, or use our mix and match approach to create your own lessons without having to spend hours researching online for the materials you need. We've done that part for you. When I think of From Paddock to Plate, three important things come to mind, three important areas. The first one is uniqueness. So let me tell you that before I started From Paddock to Plate, I was an ABC rural journalist traveling the country, meeting incredibly knowledgeable farmers, ag experts, supply chain extraordinaires, inventors and scientists, nurses, biochemists, retail owners and hospitality workers, helicopter pilots and chefs, teachers and students, all connected to, in some way, to life on the land, to rural living, agriculture, growing food and fibre. And I started sharing their previously unheard stories on the air, knowledge that would otherwise have been lost forever. And it's these unique stories of passion, heartache, humour and joy that we capture in the From Paddock to Plate resources, all of them relevant to you. And why? Because we all have to eat, and I'm sure that you have clothes in the cupboard made of cotton and wool. And that brings me to my second point, which is relevancy. Let's talk about the latest floods and biosecurity threats. Let's talk or let's hear from young farmers and people in the ag industry who are problem solving and achieving. Thirdly, raw amateur footage, edited and formatted in an easy to sequence fashion for teachers, not only harnesses grassroots learning, but provides hundreds, thousands of different lesson ideas for teachers, and all found in the one From Paddock to Plate location. So we have raw amateur footage filmed by our ag experts out in the field. They're about 1 minute or 30 seconds to 1 minute in length. We have 10 to 15 minute videos, our virtual tours that are professionally filmed, high quality footage where we step into the shoes of farmers. We have our 5 to 7 minute masterclasses teaching a practical activity, and then we have our case studies, which are about 7 to 10 minutes in length, again raw amateur footage. So we have such a variety of video resources for you to use to enhance and increase engagement, and then pair that with numerous hands-on practical activities and hundreds of different lesson ideas and plans. So in this YouTube series, I'm going to be showing you examples of how you can mix and match, combine our resources to create your own individual lessons using our unique materials. I mean, there are so many combinations. I'm really excited for you. Yay! Today, we are going to be creating primary lessons on the topic of food waste. So let's dive in. Here we are on the From Paddock to Plate website. If you are one of our subscribers already, simply log in here. If you need to subscribe, head to our program page and sign up here. It will only take you a couple of minutes. Now, once you have your username and password, you'll head to the login button on the homepage. Enter your username and password. Now, if you've chosen an individual subscription, you'll be asked to enter a code at this point, which will either be emailed to you or you can find on the Google Authenticator app. If you've chosen our school option, no need for a code, you have unlimited access, you'll log straight in. Once you're logged in, the Resources Library button will pop up here. Click on that and into the program you go. So why don't we head to lessons first? Scroll down to the bottom, head to lessons. Okay, we're going to click on primary and then let's select food waste. And why don't we download years 1 to 3, stages 1 to 2 for the topics of science and technologies. Now, all our lessons are formatted in a similar style for ease of use. We have a table of contents, themes and topics, our curriculum focus and tips on how to use the lessons. If we scroll down, the curriculum links for each lesson are here, and then ideas on how to get started. For example, asking students to determine how much of the world's total food plate is wasted. And it's here we recommend you watch our food waste virtual video excursion. Let's go back to the menu and scroll above to virtual video excursions. Okay, so here is our food waste video. Within this video, we highlight several examples of reducing food waste at school, in a city kitchen garden, and at a factory that turns wasted bread into cattle feed. On returning to the lesson, use these questions to reflect on the video. What are some of the ways people in the video reduced food waste? Need to clarify or get further information on the topic? Then go to the Farmer Network section of the program and organise a time to chat with one of our experts, Matt Pember here, who features in the food waste virtual video excursion. Now, if we head back to the lesson, we include plenty of facts and useful words and phrases related to food waste, so if you're new to the topic, we've got you covered. Then we begin the lesson. So composting, compost watch project. Now you can choose to complete this entire lesson in one go. Note our teacher resources here at the end, or pull out a sub-lesson, like you could start with this hands-on segment called soil exploration. Then after observing the colour, texture and the smell of the soil and exploring all the inorganic, dead, decomposing and living things, perhaps pause a lesson to check out the 4-minute composting masterclass. Below this in the drop-down menu are our prac projects with step-by-step instructions on how to create your own compost. We include all curriculum areas covered, the list of materials that you will need for this project, and then the steps to achieve the final outcome. A marking rubric follows, and then we suggest follow-on lessons as well. So all our resources are designed to flow from one to the next. Take note of these lessons and then let's head back to the current one you're working on and continue with the Compost Watch group activity using the new compost you have just created. Words like discuss, record, make, predict, making it easier to tick off the achievement standards required when it comes to report time. Now remember the previous lesson recommendations that followed our composting prac activity. So let's find years 4 to 7, composting, turning old mold into black gold, and we'll scroll down to the compost creation sub-lesson, where students will research the best features of a composting system with even more teacher resources to add value to the task at hand. So then you might go to the homework section of the program and choose a comprehension question. For example, can you make something valuable from food waste? What are some of the options? So we've already explored compost in one of the options, haven't we? And what is compost good for? Growing vegetables. So you could now choose to go and watch the vegetables virtual excursion to help answer this question. You could go to our case studies and watch the banana growers in Queensland, Rob and Krista Watkins, talk about how they turned wasted bananas not accepted by supermarkets because of their shape or size into nutrient-rich banana flour. Or let's reflect on what we saw in the video, turning wasted bread into cattle feed. Perhaps to help us answer this question, we should head back to the Farmer Network and organise a time to do a Zoom call with Ed, who runs a factory turning unused bread into cattle feed, and get him to speak directly to the students via Zoom in the classroom. So many options. Now, once we've spoken to Ed, let's go and hear from some beef farmers in Australia in the famous farmer section of the program. So here's Jess McDougall from Gyra in New South Wales, Max Davis in Cunnamulla, Queensland, and Anna, who lives on King Island in Tasmania. This could then lead the class to explore the beef topic. Or you could cement all the learning that students have done on food waste by finishing up the topic with students recording their own podcast with all the information they have collected. Or you could look at food preservation methods as another method of reducing food waste and head to our recipes section. If we click on cherries, 6 different ways to preserve cherries before they go to waste. Make these recipes with your students, and then perhaps you can sell the final products at the local farmers market as a fun business and economics exercise. So as you can see, so many options, and this is just on the topic of food waste for primary students, covering science and technologies in those lesson plans. We have hundreds of other resources covering so many other topics, so many other subjects for primary and secondary students. And so now I need your help. What topic, year level and subjects do you want us to include in our next YouTube video? Let me know in the comments below, and please give this video a thumbs up to get our channel on its way. Make sure you also subscribe to the From Paddock to Plate YouTube channel, because we have so many more lesson ideas coming your way. Bye for now.